Hey y'all. Um, woke up super early and just sitting here thinking about all kinds of stuff and um, just having one of those days where my mom not being here is weighing pretty heavy. Sorry. And I got bored sitting here, and as much as I love talking to my fuzzy butts, they're not real steeped in intellectual conversation and all. So, seeing as it's 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, I did the only thing that I could think to do. I started talking to Chat AI and realized exactly just how unhelpful that was. Um, and asking questions, like just random questions, just to see what it would say. But I'm left at the end of it to ask, does anybody ever out there just feel lost? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Um, things just don't make sense. And I'm not 100% sure that anything that I'm doing will help it make sense, in any measure. I mean, and I mean, when I ask that question, does anybody feel lost? I mean, I know people do. But what do you do when you're there? You know? How do you sort it out? How do you push past it? Oh, crap. I feel like I got something in my eyeball. I mean, I asked that question because, I've got plenty to do to occupy myself. And, I mean, the dopamine hit of actually accomplishing tasks and stuff like that, is obviously good for us, and but it's only temporary, it's in the now. It's not so much indicative of where you're headed, you know. So I'm kind of in like a pseudo existential crisis, I guess. I just had to wonder. Um, I I went to both days of the festival and everything, and I'm gonna be truthful with y'all. And trying to record there was really not fruitful. I mean, unless y'all just wanted to see a bunch of video of drunk people dancing badly and, you know, me just walking around looking at random stuff. Trying to get any of the actual concert portion of it on video was very difficult because people kept going by the camera and going by the camera and going by the camera and going by the camera. So it's just, I ended up scrapping a lot of it, most of it. Um, so sorry about that. Um, but I'll have other stuff, like I said, I do have other things coming up, and I'm working on editing and stuff like that so that I actually have stuff to give you guys to look at. Videos like this are just, you know, record and upload. So, you know, and I know it's got to get old, and I feel like I'm not really doing due diligence when I'm just doing videos like this. So, I apologize. Y'all bear with me. But, you know, I figured, you know, let's talk about it. I mean, what is the point of all of it? You know, what is the purpose of what we're doing day in and day out? You know, it's, yes, I understand it's a deep philosophical discussion and that everybody's definition is different, but after being in AA as long as I have, you know, everyone having their own individual perspective and lending it out usually tends to provide some clarity for someone else when they're in those moments they're not entirely sure, you know. And I mean, I don't really get into those conversations with like my dad or my brother, my younger brother, because, you know, those conversations kind of end up deading into, oh, well, you should just be happy. You should just be looking for happiness. Well, perpetual happiness is not a thing in life. It is just not. You are not going to be happy about everything all the time. With my brother, you know, his definition of happiness is pretty minute. You know, just being around the things that make you happy versus, you know, being actually happy. And then my dad's been utilizing this whole being happy as a argument for the things that have been going on lately that I've talked to you guys about. And I can't entirely agree with all of it because, I mean, taking steps for things that will make you happy simply because you think they're going to make you happy without understanding that there could very well be consequences with that just doesn't make any sense to me, because every action can come a negative outcome, you know what I'm saying? And being led around by the nose, seeking for what makes you happy in the moment can get you in trouble, because I have done that before. And that was the case. I mean, take a look at Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reid as a prime example of those behaviors. Somebody who seeks to attain whatever makes them happy in the moment usually ends up miserable, and I don't want to do that, you know. So let's talk about it. What do y'all think? I've got plenty to keep myself occupied today, so I'm going to get on with it. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Let's talk. Bye.